How's your charge? Do you have plenty?
I have 30.
Okay.
I have enough.
I hope so.
If I get down to like, I guess if I get down to 20, I have my batteries charging right now.
Okay, good.
That should
Okay.
give me another 20%.
Okay, perfect. Oh, you're electric? You have to plug in your car?
No, yeah, the cigarette lighter runs to keep it up the keys.
Oh, nice. Okay,
I have one of
okay.
those rare cars.
Sweet.
It's 2004.
Yeah. Mine's 2012, and I wish it did. It might in the back. I don't know.
But then again, if you left the wrong thing
It was
plugged in, it would
more than anything. It was this cord because this is the one I use in the car, and I was like, oh no!
You're probably looking at
I
your
was like,
backpack.
no. I was like, oh man, because this is the old Pixel one.
Okay.
You know, so this is the new Pixel, but this is the old Pixel cord, and the new one didn't come with the USB on it.
No.
It's an extra attachment, which I have, but it's like I can't figure out how to do that in the cigarette lighter one. You know. So
An expensive device to plug in.
I'll figure it
It's
out.
not Apple, is it?
No, it's just Pixel. Pixelated. The Pixel's pixelated. Oh my God. Going to vote now. Going to vote now, you guys. PACT Act. Going to vote.
I would flip it sideways so it'll get bigger, but I'm afraid then it might stutter and I can at least hear it. Let's go ahead.
Right, yeah.
Take us
I don't wanna
15
jinx
minutes
it.
to
It's
get it to
working.
working.
So, God bless the veterans. They've got the radio going, and it's going on vote right now, y'all.
One at a time.
I wonder how they do that. Do they have like buttons in there? How does the vote work?
They actually each walk up to the clerk and register their vote.
Okay.
Or they can push a button, but then it's funny because like every vote they've called roll and nobody votes, and then they suddenly, oh yeah, here's a vote from Schumer, no, and then you actually see them physically walk up to the desk.
People hand their vote in.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they can push a button theoretically also.
Nice.
So, any clue what the amendment is?
Well, it's not an amendment anymore.
Well, what I mean is it says motion to concur in the House message to accompany S3373, the Honoring Our PACT Act with an amendment.
No, I'm not sure what that means.
Is that what they're voting on now?
But they said that
That's what the
yeah, they said there's no amendment, so I don't know what that's.
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what that.
Okay, so they're saying at first there was
The
no
three
amendments.
failed, so I don't know what.
Yeah.
3 amendments failed, but they're saying now they're voting on with 1 amendment.
So what if they
So,
all pass? Would this vote still be up?
did anybody? Who's watching live? Can you explain why they are voting on the act with 1 amendment when all 3 amendments were voted no on?
4 votes. You didn't number Senator shot. Ben Holland was just here, but.
Are there supporters on both sides for you guys?
Uncle Deuce, I had to leave Angela at the mall because they're voting now.
But none of them have stopped by, so we don't know.
Oh wow.
But we've heard, and I know his name, Cotton, appeared on Fox this morning. He said he would vote for it. Senator Scott from Florida actually dropped by last night and said he would vote for it. He was the only one who actually dropped by.
Okay.
Check mark on the sign that had all the people listed that were voting against it.
Yeah.
He had a pen and initially wrote it on the wrong spot. Like, oh, wrong one. No, you're the one from Florida. So he moved down there.
Who did that?
Scott from Florida.
Senator Scott from Florida. Oh, that's hysterical. He came by. He did a check like it's gonna pass on their sign. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no amendments passed.
So let's keep that assuming there or something.
People who are watching from home, they said no amendments passed. So what is it
Well,
saying?
that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
But the text right here says with an amendment. So I don't understand.
So the
why
text
on the screen
on
says
Senate, go to Senate.org, y'all.
Senate.gov.
I mean Senate.gov. Thank you. And Senate.gov and check that.
My viewers are saying they're voting on the bill now.
Yeah, they are. They do this every time. They call, nobody actually says anything. But then they start appearing, and then you'll start seeing, this is Blackburn, yes.
Well, what it sounded like last time,
Yeah.
they went through a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear anything.
Right.
But then after that whole gap, they said, okay, the following senators vote nay, and they rattled off all of them. So maybe they're just not saying,
So that's what they're
Senator
doing right
so-and-so
now.
votes.
Okay.
Maybe they're not doing that.
They do it in groups.
Right.
Maybe the voting thing messed up or something. It's like that.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance, like as Super Bowl happens,
Yeah.
senators are going to start coming in here. So just be ready to say hi.
Absolutely. So ready. I got to be here for Schumer coming out earlier. That was a God shot for me.
Who do you love with your cases?
I am Glory B. It's YouTube channel. If you go to Glory B, it's 2 E's and B, Freedom, and you can go right there. Or I've got the.
Are you with the convoy down there?
So I've been covering them. I was with the People's Convoy and went across the country and everything, but I cover with secondary news media because mainstream media doesn't cover. So.
Are you also with that?
So.
Is he with you or?
We are not members of. We are covering secondary media.
covering.
Yeah.
We're just people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because their values aren't aligned with me.
I don't know how. There are veterans in that group too.
Yeah, we have a few veterans there.
There are veterans there too. I'm not sure why that doesn't align. That's strange. Did you read up on them? Did you read up? Okay. All right. She has nothing else to say. Okay. So, unfortunately, there's some at this group that think that the 1776 Restoration Movement's values don't line up with the veterans here.
Well, also, I mean, maybe she's been watching us on live stream and seeing some of the.
Champions in the Senate.
God bless you. Interesting.
Then he'll come back and identify the actual votes.
I think they're going to say which way they voted at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Mr. Marshall, Mr. McConnell, Mr. Menendez, Mr. Berkeley, Mr. Moran, Mr. Koski, Mr. Murphy, Mrs. Marie, Mr. Ossoff, Mr. Padilla, Mr. Paul, Mr. Peters,
Have to read all the
Mr.
names.
Portman, Mr. Reed, Mr. Risch, Mr. Boney, Ms. Rosen, Mr. Rounds, Mr. Rubio, Mr. Sanders, Mr. Sass, Mr. Schatz, Mr. Schumer,
How are we doing over here?
Mr. Scott of
They just
Florida,
started.
Mr. Scott of South
They
Carolina,
actually have a name. There's
Imagine having that job, having to pronounce all those names all day.
doing roll call, but they're not identifying votes.
You get one wrong, you're fired.
Look at my last name though. I'd probably be all right at it.
Yeah, but if you were a congressman, they'd be like, "Oh, this lady."
And I'm saying, Jennifer, what?
Well, don't say it out loud. Even though I really make no bones about it, right? I'm not trying to get doxxed.
When you're not live, you have to pronounce that for me.
Right? It's Austrian.
Austrian?
Yeah.
So you're like German almost.
Mhm. Almost. It's Austrian.
Because they speak German.
Well, I'm a mixed bag like a lot of Americans.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a mixed bag.
Was your family mixed even when
Scotch,
your
Irish,
ancestors
English.
too?
We're all
So
mutts.
yeah.
I'm 25% Norwegian.
I'm Robert E. Lee, General Robert E. Lee's first cousin 6 times removed.
Wow.
And which actually gets you in places. It's crazy. And like archives where you can see his actual papers, which is pretty neat.
You have access to
Yeah,
that? Wow.
yeah, because my grandpapa built the archive that it's in, the climate-controlled archive at the Ida Lee Library in.
So are you aware of Robert E. Lee High School
So
in Springfield, Virginia?
in Springfield. Oh, is that right? Did you go there?
I did go there.
Is that
They
true?
have now changed the name.
Yeah, isn't that awful?
And
Because we're going to erase history.
How
Yeah.
about Robert E. Lee Park in Baltimore? They changed the name to Roland Park.
Isn't that wild? I
Why are
know.
we trying to
Lee,
make Robert E. Lee disappear?
wait.
Hickenlooper,
We got this.
Corona,
We got this. This is all the yeses.
Hogan, Highsmith,
Is this the yeses?
This is all yeses.
Johnson,
We got Cruz on there. We got Paulie. Yeah, we got this.
Manchin,
We got this.
McConnell, Menendez,
McConnell voted for it.
That's
Moran,
good.
Yeah, we're gonna get 80.
Good.
Heck yeah.
Murray,
You think it's going to be a landslide? Okay.
It's gonna be back to what it was
Reed,
original.
Rosen, Rounds, Rubio, Sanders,
Rubio voted for it.
Schatz, Schumer, Scott of Florida, Shaheen, Cinema,
Oh, yeah, there's only
Smith,
2 minutes left.
Cinema, huh?
Tester,
Movie cinema.
Van Hollen, Warner, Warren, Biden, and Young. Mr. Heinrich, aye. Mr. Sullivan, aye.
We got this.
Those were the yays.
We got this.
Mr. Booker, aye.
We got this.
It's a good thing Young went yay again.
Well,
Because I live in Maryland, so I would have.
Van Allen was here about 15 minutes ago.
Senators voting
Yeah.
negative.
And that's
There we go.
Depot, Langford,
Negative.
Lee, Lummis, Paul, Risch, Romney, Shelby, Tillis, Tooney, and Tuberville.
11.
11 voted no.
11 voted no, y'all. Manor 64, what's up, what's up? Okay.
From what I hear, there's only 11 no votes. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a landslide.
And my Maryland voted yes again, thank God.
What about Virginia?
Oh, Virginia was yay on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing what I can. I can't really lobby my senators because they voted yes the whole way through. So.
That's good. That's
You
a
can
good
tell them
thing.
thank you.
Because we would rather not argue. We'd rather just do what we ask you to do. We voted for you.
We all know right from wrong from birth.
Provide the service you're
Back
supposed
from
to.
John Warner, who's like, I fully support this.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. But it's been a 7-year journey from what I understand.
13.
Which is 13 total, which is really more like 50, 60, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you
Well,
count the fact
50.
that it goes all the way back to Agent Orange as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You know, we've got
Absolutely.
Thousands of vets. We got this.
Beautiful.
Nice success, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0 time left.
Woo! All right. Yeah.
I bet you they're cheering inside.
I don't hear him yet.
Hey y'all, we should be ready and cheer for everyone as they come back here. Because the whole group is going to come back and cheer.
She just states the obvious, doesn't she?
We're gonna do what we want. We're our own people. How close can we get?
Congratulations, you guys. Awesome. Awesome. So,
Is it gated off over there? Or can we approach the building?
I mean, we can go over there if you want. Yeah. No, it's not blocked off.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're going to be coming over here. So you have to decide. You won't be able to run ahead of them. But we can go over there.
You think the
Okay.
footage would be better? Watch them coming out the
Okay.
door cheering?
Yeah, we can do it.
Happy and yelling, hopefully.
Yeah, we can do it. Well, they're going to be
Have some
cheering once they
media.
get closer to their people, too, though.
You know,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why we just
So-
Always somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. No, this is fine. I was over there earlier. We can do it.
It's gated, mate. It's gated. So I don't know.
Now. Who are they?
Yes, I
Why?
am. On the time?
They got their, because they've got their media passes. Yeah.
They're
Okay.
credentialed staff press.
Right.
So they have.
You just don't know who I am. No kidding. I'm actually the woman that I went the wrong way the other day, and you were like,
Did
I
someone
said-
go the wrong way? You went
it
the
was.
wrong
I
way?
did, and you were at that gate this day, I think,
Oh,
right?
really? No, I don't
no.
know
Are
if
you
I
always
was.
here?
I'm not
Oh.
always here. I'm on the
He looked
scene.
just like you though, and I was like, it was maps. She told me to go right. It was the wrong way. Wanda did it.
One point,
Isn't that great? Oh my gosh. We just walked over here because this one gal has the need to tell everybody what's happening. It's like, we see.
we know what's going on.
Yeah.
So we're going to hang out with you and drive you crazy. This is exciting though.
The other side letting bikes through.
So, yeah, I gotta see what's going on.
Maybe we can get in through the other side, guys.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying. I saw you over at
That's a long
January
walk.
6th hearings. You get around.
Oh yeah, what's up, bud?
I'm gonna ask him.
You remember me, right?
Yeah, Nicole. Yes, go ahead. You're good.
I'm still waiting
Call
for
somebody.
a response from Capitol Police or the courthouse.
How you doing? Thank you very much.
I called them to give me a case number.
Oh, I just went to jail. You're good.
Who do you want?
I went to the and I wrote 9!
He's saying 9. I thought it was 11. He's with them. He just said that there were 9 negatives, but we heard it was 11. Maybe, was our count off, you guys? What's the final count?
No, the judge let me go.
So some of their people are already coming out early.
All right, I told him we're going to fix that.
Sorry, we were distracting you from your work.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's just like, not yet.
Slacker, no.
Hey, I'm one guy. You know?
I know. God bless you for the work you do. Because it gets hot as all get out up here. Oh my gosh.
It's getting better now, but
Even when I come through and I've got my umbrella, it doesn't even help. Oh, it's awful.
the humidity.
Yeah, I feel for you.
It's gonna get worse. I think after tomorrow, it's gonna get worse again.
I know,
High
the heat
humidity.
wave is pretty rough.
Yeah, the rain, everything.
So 7211, I don't know why he said 9. Huh. Linda Lou, I'm not sure what he was saying. Maybe he
Maybe
left early.
Maybe it miscounted the website. So somebody miscounted. I don't know.
Right. Well, everyone's saying 11, 7611 now. Star Wars Farm said, and then
So,
that.
I don't know where he getting that now from.
Well, he was inside, and they were the in the gallery.
Oh,
So he was one of the ones that went in.
yeah.
I could have gone in. I had too much stuff. I couldn't run to my car and get back in time.
Yeah.
Plus, it's hard for me to sit still that long. It would have been interesting, though. It would have been really interesting.
Yeah. It's nice, and I went on a tour in a couple weeks ago.
Did you do the tour?
Yeah, they get tours.
Oh, yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you whisper on one side of the round room to the other side?
No.
No? Oh. It's a beautiful building, isn't
Yeah.
it? Nice.
But what about you whisper? What about you if you?
So there's a room, and it's like if you whisper at one end, you can hear it at the other end. Like the other person across the way can hear it. It's acoustics.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the big room, the dome room.
Or and if I say, what do you mean? No, you take me.
It's been too long. I guess probably downstairs. I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
They had some terrorist attacks in the subways.
Oh no, Caitlin, it's gonna pass. They all but promised. or were you being so facetious?
I'm from Spain actually, come here and baffled by.
You don't mind show the chat on some of my pictures that's sticking there?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
see.
find my picture.
That's what I told.
Hope I can find it before they come out.
Because we were in the mall. I said, what if you were in the mall with a bullhorn in your country? They said, oh, that wouldn't happen. You'd be
So one of the guys that was with the group that went in with the veterans, he came out.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
There you go.
Good. Thank you. I will. I'll try.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Senya, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you go in with Taco Joe when he went in?
Who?
Taco Joe?
No.
No? Oh, okay. I think he went this morning.
That was like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Beautiful.
Yeah. You all the statues in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
One of the chair areas.
Right? All the marble. We could end the deficit. Amazing.
Apparently, there's something about $400 billion.
Oh, that's a great
in this
shot.
bill,
Yeah.
and it's going to send us into the depression. So one of my viewers is saying there's going to be something about spending $400 billion.
And it's going to put us in a depression. Well, we are in a recession.
We're in a recession.
We're in a
And now
recession.
she's talking about a full-blown. And I called out this recession a year ago.
Yeah.
I was telling her we're already in a recession. Oh
Right.
no, it might not be. I'm like, no, we are in a recession.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but President Biden said we're not.
Yeah, when he was saying we're not, I was like, yes, we are.
Crossing
Now,
your fingers,
we
Gloria,
cannot
yes.
say we're not. You'd be telling me the sky's red
Right?
Yeah.
and the grass is purple.
Oh
You wanna
my
see
goodness.
Oh, is that inside?
Yeah. It went on the tours.
Yeah.
I know you took beautiful pictures. Oh.
It's different from the last time I went in. I don't remember it was so great.
Oh, I did was tired that day.
Okay.
Oh, Josh, make sure I'm not blocking your view.
No, you're
Okay, because I'm trying to lean on this pole.
Look at this one.
All right. Pelosi rubbed her fists together when Biden brought up the burn pits. Wonder what they tacked onto the bill.
I'm definitely going to look into this.
Eloya, they said they were trying to say that it was going to be straightforward, and supposedly the three amendments. Sorry, honey. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good shot.
And then so the chat that.
That-
So,
oh my gosh.
I went on
Y'all,
a tour
look at-
in the Capitol a couple weeks ago. There's some of the pictures.
All right, back up a little. Back up. Back up. Back up. There we go. Look at that. It looks like a fossil.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful picture.
So some of the pictures I have in there.
Senya. That
They
is
get
gorgeous.
tours, public tours.
Yeah, he got to tour a couple weeks ago in the Capitol. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's a
Flag,
good
yeah.
one. That's a good shot.
This is stairs where the president go down.
Yeah, go back to that other one though. That's like my very favorite.
Which one? The big tour one?
The one, no, the round. Yes, there.
Oh, yeah.
You really, really got a great picture there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Isn't that
What
fun?
is that thing? Wait, we shot that get the pictures.
Wait, they
That's
haven't gotten back yet.
Huh?
They're all watching their TVs too, though, because they're watching the voting.
So about, like,
But I'm glad I got to see it. I love that.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
Show them again next time. Like, when we finish.
Oh
we can head
yeah.
out and
Yeah, absolutely.
Point that out before I forgot, guys.
I know, y'all. I mean, they have to pass it.
It'll be open soon.
It was.
If you do want to go across, you just have to go up to First Street and then head over. That's all. Yep. it's gone. Can I help you? It's closed right now. It's going to open up soon. So if you want to wait, you can. If not, you go up to First Street and then you can walk over to get to the other.
All right, next time I'm going in, y'all.
These temporary closures were there.
I should have gone in with the rest of them, but I wasn't prepared for that option.
Honestly,
Because you would think it would be permanent, you know?
oh yeah, they won't do permanent.
Or like just to make your job easier.
I wish.
But I would feel if this has been going on for 40 years, they would have definitely had something
Yeah, it
permanent.
hasn't. I don't know when they started it.
I feel like COVID really opened up a lot of gain of function things. You know? Like things you couldn't do before COVID are now legal.
Now I'm live streaming over here. Watch your language.
Oh yeah, I said, hava.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you'll get banned from YouTube if you talk about it.
yeah.
Now let that poor man do his job, Josh.
Hey, I'm not getting in the way of the street.
He has no. Let this man do his job. He's got lots of people coming and going.
And you allowed they don't ban you on live stream for that? Saying that?
Actually, y'all don't drive me crazy. That's all I'm asking. This is fun though, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Apply for. I have my press pass. I just need to apply for. And look at my new. Look what Eric made me. He made me a QR code. Isn't that cool? And I've got it hanging around my neck.
They had a 40 pound. I don't know what they do with it.
I should have stayed with Angela. Oh my gosh.
I know it's open.
God bless you, Uncle Deuce. No, I got her. Apparently she injured it before she came out. So she should have stayed home and rested, but she'll be all right. She looks like a tough one. Hey, y'all press that like button. Who was the senator that came out first? The woman. Oh my gosh, isn't it? I can't keep up.
I have no idea.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
I know mine.
that's good. Yeah,
Right? You want to take some elementary kids in there to vote instead? The purity of the kids would probably be pretty good. I can tell y'all though, I would not want to run around here for full sessions. It's so insane. It becomes an absolute anthill, and it wore me out when I was working on the CARE Act. It absolutely wore me out. It is quite a heavy duty pace.
I need to be a part of the media that they don't fund.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, Uncle Deuce. She's a trooper.
No, there is a lock on.
Oh, well, I could have gone in, Gloria, actually, with the whole group for the veterans. I could have gone in with them, but I had my backpack and everything, and I wasn't prepared for it. It could have all gone into a box, but I just wasn't willing. I had way too much stuff on me, and there was no time to run back to my car because I'm like, earlier today I was like four blocks back. I wouldn't have made it there and back, and I would have missed my window. So next time I come up for something like this for actual voting, I'll travel light with just my immediate gear that can go in the box and my driver's license. So. Because it would have been interesting.
It was raunchy.
I just wouldn't have been able to stream in there, that's all. So I figure we get the same information out here too, and I get to stream, and I don't have to sit still, because y'all know I hate that. Only 104, right? Colleen. Santa's about to start too. Santa's about to start too, but I can't imagine that he has that much more than earlier, right?
I'm not gonna I'll cover them during the day. I'm not really too interested in the meetings because not a lot really even gets said at the meetings, and most of my viewers can't even hear him.
Right.
He needs a louder voice. Like he needs to project himself, and recently he's been reclusive. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't put none of the
Yeah,
other
something.
That's not what
He's more quiet, and quite frankly, if people can't hear you, what's the point in talking?
Yeah.
So
You're wasting your speech.
yeah,
I've been watching. That's how I watched the last show. I can't. What did he say?
yeah,
Be so quiet.
absolutely. Okay, cameras are going up on shoulders, so hopefully it's coming soon.
We're in the meeting now together. Notice.
Tonight's meeting is important too. You know, there's big decisions for people to make, for sure. But I believe that enough people will be staying. I'm really sorry to hear that woman's attitude on the grass about the movement. I wonder if she's the one that the agitators spoke to, and she just decided to make up her opinion without researching. But she's got enough going on here, and she's entitled to her opinions. But for the veterans to not think that everybody's on the same team working towards the same goals, that would be a mistake.
This is not your typical protest that you would see whatsoever. It's almost like they got a permit to do here. They do have porta potties on site, or a porta potty. Maybe.
No. They've been going over to the. Oh, did they have one?
Yeah, they have one.
Oh.
So there's a lock on it.
Oh, they've been going over to the building and been allowed to use the building. Somebody's been on their team and a shower too.
But this isn't like this isn't Park Police. This is Capitol Police.
Yeah, this is Capitol.
So like you don't have the same rights here that you do in the rest of the USA.
Right, but these are organizations.
So they got like permits.
And so, well, they've been working with them for 13 years. I thought it was 7 earlier. 13 years.
For this bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. To push it
Because
through.
yeah, because all the burn pits.
So, this is what's so funny about. This is what's so interesting about. I can't.
She's a true.
Stop, y'all, stop.
You started it.
Stop, I know, I shouldn't have. So, anyway, what were we talking about? It was something actually important. Okay, so when people were getting so frustrated with the People's Convoy, and y'all, like this is important. I think everyone should hear this, you know, in my opinion, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. It takes years, and this is a perfect example. 13 years they've been working to push this bill through to make it law so that these veterans can, you know, lives can be saved and they can get treatment that they deserve to have. So 13 years for that. And working on getting more expansion of services, appropriation of funds for our recovery communities when we're, you know, the government itself suddenly decides, you know, oh my gosh, we're in an epidemic, you know, it's like, duh, where y'all been, you know, with the heroin. And so, yeah, well, that was before the fentanyl even. I mean, that was just starting to hit the scene when the government says, oh, it's an epidemic, you know? And so it takes years. And so people were saying, why haven't we done more by now? This thing is only 5 months old. And maybe add a couple months for those who were helping to organize it beforehand.
Yeah. This could be the first of.
Yeah, so you want to kill something before it even gets started, start bitching and moaning that it's not fast enough before it's even built momentum.
Yeah.
And before it's even gotten
Like
recognized.
I try to tell everyone, like they say, what are you protesting for? I'm like, I'm not protesting. I'm raising awareness.
Yeah, it's about opening eyes and building hope.
There's nothing to really
Yeah.
protest.
People have been
I'm raising
asleep.
awareness of our Constitution, how we're supposed to be more
It's about, yeah, it's about poking people awake. Absolutely. Because a lot of people don't even understand what the power of emergency declaration is, you know? They don't understand what it's doing to their rights. So
it's something that only gets invoked during wartime.
right. So the division begins when people start griping about this is too slow. You haven't done enough. And where did a lot of that start? Unfortunately, at home. You know, and then it starts with the different people that were actually in the group because they don't understand how it works. Well, look at how long it took veterans just to get.
But does that mean
I could cry, you
They
guys.
need to sit on the mall for 13 years?
That means that there's a hell of a lot of work to do, and it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen by staying on the mall and passing out pamphlets. You have to start.
Did it bring
somewhere else.
awareness? Did it
Yeah,
open
yeah.
some people's eyes? Absolutely. Was it wasted time? No, I don't think
No,
so.
it wasn't wasted. I don't
Right.
feel my time was wasted.
Right, exactly.
My feelings got a little hurt sometimes. But
Well,
no
sure.
time was wasted.
Yeah. So, you know, how to kill a movement though? Think that it's going to happen faster than anything ever happens.
Yeah, you need patience
Yeah.
with anything.
Absolutely. So, who has needed this and deserves this? The help that this bill will turn into law will provide, hopefully. they'll have to fight for it to actually be enforced. You do know that. Just because it passes doesn't mean all of a sudden the money's there and the help is there. Now you have to fight. Now you have to put the pressure on them to actually show up with the money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or print
So
the
it's
money. You mean print the money?
So it's ongoing, making sure that it goes where it's supposed to. So then that's a whole other thing where grants are written, et cetera, to get that money to the different groups that want it. So this is an ongoing thing for years. So this, you know, it is very different than what the TPC in 1776 has really set out to do, number one. And then number two, what they thought it was going to do quickly. And they kept being told, the TPC kept telling them, this isn't going to happen overnight. These things take time.
Do you think TPC
And nobody wanted to hear
something
that.
behind the scenes? Because they had a group of 60 leaders.
I have no idea.
Do you think
I hope
they're
so.
silently working behind the scenes?
I hope so.
and 5 years they're going to show up?
I hope so. I do. Because what better than two young guys that were just the right age, old enough to be respected, young enough to still be kind of dreamy, you know, to be your head spokesman. I mean, it was just like the perfect, everything was absolutely picturesque, perfect about that. And then people want things faster than it's even possible to have. So now this puts it in perspective, doesn't it? Puts in a lot of perspective.
Yeah, definitely. I
So
love different perspectives. Even when I don't agree with them, it's always nice to hear it out.
absolutely. But the whole thing is don't lose momentum and don't quit.
Yeah.
You got to be persistent.
But
That's
I'm
what
always
this
telling
group has done. This group has been persistent.
But
They've
particularly
continued.
with the federal government overreach, we don't really need to join a group per se. If we all come out here as individuals, you know, as one instead of, you know, one group with a leader.
But if you
If
do,
we're all our own leaders and we come out here.
but if you create organizations, you get a lot more.
Yeah, organizations, but not like a group with a single leader or, you know, like TPC was more of an organization, I feel, because they had 60 leaders. And they all look like CEOs and businessmen, and they look like they're actually capable of, they know people who can get stuff done. That's what it looked like. So I was really sad when they headed back to California.
Yeah, apparently they've stirred some stuff up with some people here, so that's unfortunate.
Oh, TPC is against?
No. It's this 1776.
They've stirred up TPCs?
No. Sorry, that was something separate. I caught one of the things here. I've got squirrels.
Okay, schools. Is that what they are now?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean school?
No, well, that's what they've always been for me.
Squirrel.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome, Star Wars Farm. Thank you for helping me have it.
So that
God bless you.
I have no idea what's done. There's probably
Been fighting for civil rights and police brutality vote right for over 50 years.
They made camp on both sides of the 1776 group and to hand out flyers on both sides of the group. Wow, they are really
Hi.
going for it, guys.
How are you? You wondering what are we doing?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay, because it's pretty normal, right?
I wasn't wondering what you were doing.
Sorry, guys.
Good for you.
I'm with DAB.
Nice.
The PACT Act is why I'm
That's
assuming
beautiful.
you were here, isn't
That
it?
is.
Yes.
Yes. We're excited to hopefully have this come to fruition today.
It is. I mean, they were just finishing up with the votes when I was watching on the cab right over here. So
Right.
it's pretty much.
So we were looking at what, 7611 at one point, right?
And then we needed 60. So.
Now I want to go
Yeah.
interview the 11.
Beautiful. All right.
See their perspective on things.
This one chokes me up.
Probably the same 11 of the same 14 that voted against it on June 16th.
Okay.
We even visited some of those offices yesterday and
Oh, wow.
tried to change minds, and
Yeah.
apparently it did not work.
That's baffling to me. I used to do insurance
with a lot of
coordination, and it's just like,
I'm
oh,
with the DAV, Disabled American Veterans.
yeah,
Awesome.
awesome, yeah. So I used to be an insurance coordinator at the hospital, and it's like, with the veterans especially, it was very difficult.
Hey, can you get me through?
yeah, he's good then. Yep.
God bless you, Shane. Take it easy.
Hey guys, they got the multi-pass.
How did I get that guy?
Multi-pass.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome, y'all. I'm grateful to be here too.
Yeah,
It's just easy though.
This is pretty dear to my heart too.
I mean, that's kind of a security breach in a way.
I guess I'm one of the people that I used to get in trouble a lot with my work because I would go the extra miles to get additional authorization for continued treatment when patients needed it and it was warranted, and the insurance companies didn't want to cover it. And a lot of times those were people with workman's comp or veterans, you know, and veterans, they have to jump through so many hoops to even be seen outside of the VA. So it was tough and frustrating for them. And not everybody's willing to go the extra mile to make sure they get the care they're going to need. So this is actually very dear to my heart.
I've been defending them over and over again just to have them shoot me down.
Am I blocking you?
No, you're not.
Okay.
Hydrate. Thank you, Matthew. My water's in my car.
Oh no, you got to get a Camelback.
I need a Camelback.
This has saved me. But do you know how many miles I've been walking? I haven't lost any weight. I don't understand what's happening. I'm going to start smoking. Now I'm going to start smoking again. Actually, there's some certs in there if you all want one of those.
Certs?
Yeah, it would help. Like a mint?
A mint?
Yeah.
That's going to make me thirsty.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Do you want a mint? Okay. Don't take candy from strangers.
What kind of mint you got? Is that?
So go in the small pocket that's closest to you, the zipper pocket closest to you.
This one?
Yeah. And inside one of those inside pockets, you'll see there's like a plastic thin thing, and it's got mints in it. I think it's Mentos or something. Oh, go into the inside pockets of that one. Yeah, there's two little ones.
This one?
Yeah, shake it. There you go. Take a couple of those.
They come out, dude.
Needed it years ago. Amen. Amen, Gloria. That'll help for a minute anyway, right?
Yeah.
Don't come up here anymore, Senya, without some water. You'll wind up getting scooped up off the ground.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling.
Oh, there's a squirrel. He just passed the barrier.
Squirrel indirection.
Squirrel insurrection.
Oh, you guys, I hate that word. I can't stand the sound of whistles anymore either. Sounds like you're in North Korea or something. I don't like it.
No, it looks like North Korea over there by the courthouse.
No, I know it's sad, isn't it? But you got to protect the justices. Come on.
I mean, can't you protect them with like armed guards?
Yeah, she's.
Okay.
And she's on her own. I can't.
Yeah,
She's in her room.
Pop their dogs. Just keep that visible so they know down there. Yep. Guys, give me a favor. I just need you to move out of the roadway. There's a car next. That's okay. Thank you.
Actually, are we okay with this just running like this? Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Imagine if you're walking over the barriers and they decide to flip them open and you just get
8611, final vote.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Star Wars Farm. 8611, final vote. 8611, final vote.
I really want to look up who the 11 are.
Right? Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, y'all. Thank you.
District of China. We need Bama to get Orange Man.
Have a good night. God bless you, hon. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I don't know how you stand still like this. I can't stand it.
Yeah, used to standing all day now.
Oh, I think it hurts worse
did
than
that
like
start?
running or something, you know?
Did that start during COVID or the riots?
No, I mean it's normal for us.
Okay.
All these people that are outside of the Capitol.
Security, yeah, Capitol
What
security.
about these temporary barriers? Did they start during COVID?
I'm not really sure when they started putting them all around here, but you know, I would.
You would think by now they'd have some sort of permanent structure.
Yeah, and if you have questions about that, I would get in contact with our public information office.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know the details
Right.
of that.
They have to be able to move them. Just like when they put the yellow tape up in the
Oh, yeah,
park.
yeah.
They put the yellow tape up and
But why would they move them?
for all this,
You know, like,
it's because there's a lot of stage protests.
they should build like permanent like gates that can open. You know, like a
Oh.
metal gate. So when there's nothing crazy going on, the gates are wide open.
Right.
But when there is, they can have like that's something that doesn't look tacky like this. Because we're on the United States Capitol, we shouldn't have these like cattle gates up. They don't. Everything's marble. Look at this right here. That's marble or granite. Why do we have this next to granite? I mean, I don't know. Everything's nice in DC, but then we have these cattle gates.
Right?
They need to make some marble gates.
Poor Josh, he hates these gates. y'all pray for Josh. He hates the cattle
Pray for
gates.
me, please.
That's funny.
That's a good deep thing.
We could probably use some down there on the mall for a handful of people.
You got these things.
What's that?
These green things. They're like going on. Good.
Here we go, y'all. All right.
Was waving us over like, come on.
They're all starting to, well, they're going to dinner.
Hey guys, I'm at that.
I can't tell this far, but she may have been the one that told everybody to go to dinner.
Yeah, I believe she
Yeah.
is. You know where the restaurant is? Did they say?
It's on the video.
Okay.
No,
It'd
coming
have
out.
to be a pretty large establishment.
They said bring your families, everything. Oh, Caitlin, oh, I'm sorry.
If I was a restaurant owner, I would love to know senators. I feel like that would be your in.
They do luncheon. They do have to luncheon. Apparently the agitators are going nuts down on the mall.
I can tell because I'm losing viewers.
Yeah.
I'm like, something's going on.
I know.
And I got like 15% battery. I might
Well,
go back down there for a
we'll
little
give it a second because they're coming out.
Yeah, I heard the agitators are on each side passing out their own pamphlets about.
Okay, here we go, y'all. Here they come.
Yeah.
The veterans are coming
Like, no one
out.
can walk by the group without getting either true information or disinformation, whatever it is. I don't know. I haven't studied that hard.
You guys, I'll tell you what. This is definitely way bigger than any agitators down on the mall. This is way bigger.
Hence, we actually have mainstream media over there.
Yeah. I think they've been in water with it. That's what I'm noting.
I could never work for mainstream media. Dude. Stand somewhere all day to get 15 seconds of footage.
All right, 8611, you guys. And we've got the veterans are starting to come out.
Lie to your wife about how hard you worked all day.
Now listen, I'm telling you, when they come out, stay ahead of them. To go because they're going to be going over here to the grass. You'll want to, you'll get your better shot staying ahead of them. All right.
I just heard Kim Hughes.
Yeah?
Trying to call Jerry there.
That's okay, Gail. You said you left for night to watch the rodents and the cookies harvest.
That's nice, dude.
Yeah, I kind of want to. I feel like the police here need called down
Wait, to the camp?
there. Yeah.
There's Ed.
Okay, I see him.
You going to the guy?
Alright, guys.
He's walking over, right?
Here's some members of the
We
Senate.
got
Big cheers.
Ed.
Senate side. We have
He's
the
with
flag up.
Blumenthal.
It's right there on the.
don't know if you're allowed to. Is that a tunnel? That cave I see?
It doesn't go underground.
Okay.
It just goes straight through.
Awesome. I used to live in Penmar, which is like the border of Pennsylvania and Maryland, and they have a base there that's in the mountain that's supposed to serve as the Pentagon in case the Pentagon was ever destroyed or something happened. Or
Here's John.
The Pentagon. There's like a underneath the mountain to protect it from nuclear attack. There's like a whole. I think there's even a train system coming from DC to go over there. You know? Like it's a whole lot of stuff going underground that we have no idea about. Or a lot of locals that like live in the area, they know everything about it. But when you talk to people outside of that area, they're like, that doesn't sound. It's like 100%. Let's go.
Come on, catch up.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get right on that, boss.
Out of all the people that have an impression, lose some. I gotta be nice. I gotta be nice.
Thanks. What's going on? Oh, okay. Got it.
Sorry.
Got it.
Anyone else might want that longer?
He says you don't want us to climb over.
Let's go. Come on.
Stop
All right, come on up, everybody. My colleagues, our leaders, come on up. Okay, we ready? Yeah, where's John? Is he here?
right behind you.
Wait for Chester. Moran is supposed to come too. You want to start? Okay. You know, every so often, folks, America lives up to its ideals.
Yes.
And those are days that we savor. Well, today, finally, at long last, America lived up to its ideals by saying to our veterans who have been exposed to toxic chemicals from burn pits, we have your back, finally. No more, no more will veterans go to VA hospitals and be told, get a lawyer, go find some arcane, ridiculous proof before we'll give you help. Now they'll get the help. And I have to say this would not have happened. We senators, all of us, and I want to particularly thank John Tester and Jerry Moran, we senators were instrumentalities in this, but it wouldn't have happened without the steadfastness of our veterans who said, we demand our rights, we're going to get them, and we're not going to stop till we achieve them.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. Wouldn't have happened without them. And they stayed here since, was it a week ago? Last Thursday, Rosie was there in the heat, in the rain, because that was nothing like what so many of them and so many of their colleagues experienced from the cancer and all of the diseases that were caused by these toxic chemicals. But they were there as a beacon to all of America. They said, we're not going to let you forget us. We're not going to let you walk all over us. We're not going to let you ignore the suffering that we have faced. Let this not happen again. The good news about this bill is not only does it deal with the burn pits or the Agent Orange, but all of the other kinds of toxicities, and the DA will no longer be able to say, you got to prove this, you got to hire that, you got to do this. The proof will be already there. So I want to thank again our veterans groups. I want to thank all of my colleagues. This was a bipartisan effort. Jerry Moran is here. Thank you for being here. And let us not ever again forget our veterans like they were forgotten when it came to burn pits. And now I want to call on John Tester, our great chair of the veterans.
I'll do my best. I'll make this quick. We've been here how many times? More than I got fingers on my left hand, I'll tell you that. And I will tell you, we got this done, folks. We don't have to do this again. Okay? Right? Couple observations really quick. Number one, I've never seen so many veterans with tears in their eyes and tears in their eyes of joy than I've seen in the last hour. And the second thing I would say is I just got off the phone with the President of the United States, and he said, thank you. This takes a big weight off of my shoulders. And he's the guy who started this ball rolling. So I just want to say, we got great senators here, and we got great directors of VSOs here, and they've done such a great job making this come to fruition. But one of the things that really, and look, I stood out here on this plaza, and I watched you guys that were sleeping out here in the middle of the night when there was thunderstorms and hotter than hell during the day. And you guys made it happen. I can't thank you enough. And I will tell you, when we came out here last time, it was a morning press conference. It was after I think the vote on Wednesday night. It was Thursday morning. I was feeling low, really low. And I walked away from this microphone, and the woman maybe here turned around to you. She turned around to me, and what's your name? Jen. Jen turned around to me and said, we're going to win this. We've been in fights before, and we're going to win this fight. And by God, you did it. All right?
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that there's a lot of times it doesn't feel good in the United States Senate. Right. It feels good right now. 86 to 11, folks. 86 to 11. I want to bring up Jerry Moran. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Look, the people I admire the most are those who served our country in the military. There's one exception to that, and it's the people who served our country in the military who now spend their lives serving other veterans. And this experience adds a second exception: the family members of those who served our nation. There is no group of people that we ought to honor and esteem more in this country for the benefits that we have as American citizens than those who served America as military men and women, those who came home and went to battle for others who served the country, and all of you who are family members of those who did. I've learned a lot in this experience in getting this piece of legislation passed, and it is the example that you gave us, which is there is no turning back, there is no giving up. We are in this until we achieve the goal that we're after, which is to make certain that that those who served our country receive the benefits and receive the health care that they earned and they deserve. You all make me proud, but more importantly, you represent America and make all Americans proud for the success that you have accomplished. I appreciate my colleagues behind me and throughout the Senate who voted tonight in support of this legislation and got us to the point we are. And it's been I can't say a pleasure, that word almost came out of my mouth automatically. It's not been a pleasure working with John Teston, but it has been a successful combination to see that the end result is something you all wanted us to achieve. Congratulations. Thanks to the United States Senate for demonstrating when there's something good and a good cause, this place still works. God bless America.
If anybody exemplifies the heart and soul of this movement and the indomitable success, it's Rosie Perez. Rosie.
My husband and I, we rolled our luggage down Capitol Hill. We had no idea what we were doing. We just knew that God had put something in our hearts to carry out. And we came here with the hopes that we could have faith in our congressional leadership. And today, that's what I saw. Today, what happened here, history is being made by these leaders right here, right behind me. So I want to thank each and every one of you, sir, for having faith in us, for standing up for what's right. But most importantly, the people I want to recognize are the veterans that didn't go home, the ones that walked the halls for 13 years. We walked the halls. We sometimes wanted to go home and had to tell each other, put your big boy pants on, we're not leaving. They told us to build systemic momentum. We did. And we did it for all of the fallen that are not here. This is for Wesley Black. This is for Heath Robinson. This is for Will Thompson. This is for Kate Thomas. This is for all of them. For Gina Cancelino and her family. Her husband's not here anymore. It's for your girls. You don't have to beg anymore. You're going to get help, Gina.
Yes. No more denial letters. The last one she was
Gina's going to get her benefits now. I want to thank Tim Jensen from Grunt Style. Tim, come here.
Tim!
For a long time, people shut doors in our faces and they said, go build systemic momentum and come back. And I said, well, what do you want us to bring? A list of dead veterans, faces of dead, like what is it that the Congress wants to convince you that they're sick and they're dying and they're begging for help? So I thought outside of the box and I said, let's go to some veteran entrepreneurs, some people with a platform. And we went to Tim. And Tim said, heck yeah, I'll print up some flyers and put them in all our t-shirt orders. And we created a movement. We mobilized and we organized, and here we are today. We sat on the steps, and that was Tim's idea. Tim said, we're not leaving, Rosie, even if it's just us three. We karaoke. Somebody from Canada delivered Crown Royal. It was a crazy night. But thank you to these senators right here that believed in us. They believed in their constituents, in their people, and they didn't turn their backs on them. So this is for all of you. God bless all of you. And John, wait, one more time. One last thing. Most importantly, John Stewart and John Field.
John Stewart and John Field in the red.
I was watching the news and I saw them on TV and I said, I gotta call those two guys right there. That's who we need to find. And they said, well, yeah, just call John Field. He answers his phone all the time. And he's like, John fucking Field. And I said, hey, can you help us? He's like, let me talk to John. They didn't hesitate. The way they didn't hesitate with 9/11, the way they didn't hesitate to go into those buildings, Joe McKay, they said yes. And they're the reason why we're here. God bless you guys.
To John.
Wow. Beautiful. That's right, Gloria. 13 years.
The turning point of this
13
occurred when
years.
last week, in their anger, they let the world know what had happened, and that put the pressure on people to turn their votes around. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to apologize for cursing last week. I don't know what happened. Normally I'm very demure. Leroy, my brother. Talked to Leroy 4 years ago in my office, and I made a promise to him. I said, I'm not going to let you go, my brother, and we're going to get this done. And guess what? We got it done. And Rosie and Leroy are...
We love you, Leroy.
Love you, Leroy. That's Leroy. But I will say this. I'm not sure I've ever seen a situation where people who have already given so much had to fight so hard to get so little. And I hope we learn a lesson.
That's right.
Amen.
I can't apologize for cursing. You know why? Because back on June 16th, we passed the bill 84-14. Today, we passed the bill 86-11. What the fuck happened for the last 6 weeks that we hear again today? That these people had to sleep outside in the rain, in the heat. I love you guys. I love you. But that the GOP Senate made these people suffer more than they had to suffer. I took no joy in cursing last week. I take no joy now. The only joy I get is that I beat the Senate again. Again. What did we become when we lack empathy? What did we become when we don't care about another human being if they suffer? Especially veterans. They're inside right now in an air-conditioned room. These people, if you smelt them, I love you, but man, you had some serious stink going on, girl.
3 days outside.
Oh no.
Where's the celebration that we're gonna have? The hard part hasn't begun. Getting a bill passed is easy. You just gotta beat up the Senate or the House. But these people behind me now, they actually have to advocate. They gotta take that bill from its infant stage and make sure the Congress and the VA and the Senate do the right thing.
Amen.
They gotta do that for the rest of their fucking lives. I'm still doing it for 9/11, 21 years later. There's no joy in this. But it's the right thing to do. You know, my dear friend Ray Pfeiffer always used to say, and I miss Ray dearly, John, always do the right thing even when no one's looking. And I would argue with my dear best friend, and I would say, Ray, always do the right thing when everybody's looking. Because it causes a ripple effect. And to America, anybody with an issue, get in the face of these people. Make them work for you. I love you guys.
Thank you.
We love you.
God bless you.
This has been a heavy weight. All the families here have been carrying this weight. It's been very hard on them to not have their country have their back, to not have their country care enough to make sure they got the health care that they've already earned. And this has been a struggle for decades. It's not a new problem. We saw it with Agent Orange, we saw it with Blue Water Navy vets, we saw it with anybody who cleared up a nuclear site, anybody who cleared up a toxic waste place, anybody.
And these veterans show up. They show up for one another. They're tireless. They're fearless. They never give up. They're the best of America. And so this is a day to celebrate because it's a day that Congress actually worked. And it worked for the people who deserved it the most. The men and women who put their lives on the line for this country time and time again, never, ever complaining and never giving up. So I just want to thank Senator Schumer, Jerry Moran, John Tester, and my colleagues here for being with these veterans, for just listening, hearing your terrible stories, lifting them up, using this platform God has given us to be the person in the room to do the right thing. So thank you. God bless America, and thank you to everyone here.
For all of us on the Veterans Committee who work so hard and whose faith in the veterans who advocated has been affirmed, I know we have tears of joy, but in my heart there are tears of sadness for Peter Antioco of Glastonbury, who died, for all who have perished already because we waited. Peter left behind Amy, his wife, his son Mark, turned 7 just recently, when he died of glioblastoma, the result of his exposure to burn pits in Afghanistan and Iraq. I have a message to the VA. You better get it right.
Yeah, that's right.
You better deliver. These veterans have waited already too long. Yes. The 3 days here are emblematic of what we need to avoid going forward, and the VA for too long has been part of the problem, not the solution. There's a principle that all of us who went through basic training learned. You leave no brother or sister behind.
That's right.
You leave nobody, no matter what the hostile fire, you leave no veteran behind. These guys decided they weren't going to leave anyone behind. And the country is better for their courage, their resilience, their resolve, and they are the best in America. Thank you.
All right.
Susan came to me in Sandusky, Ohio, several years ago and talked about her son-in-law who was sick. Her son-in-law is Heath Robinson, as you know, the Heath Robinson PACT Act. And Susan, since Heath's death, has been wearing this jacket.